Hi guys, how are you all doing today? Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. Guys, you're all welcome to my family page. I welcome you all. Today, I have a few messages I want to share with my fellow married women. So my fellow married women, wherever you are, come closer. Or those planning to get married, please come closer. And what are those things that make our men, our husbands, go outside and start looking for side chicks? Side chicks. This time around, side chicks no dey rain again. It will not rain again. Side chicks. What are those things that make our men always go outside to look for side chicks? These are what I want to discuss with my fellow married women. We want to take charge. We want to take over. We want to take over our husbands. We don't want our husbands to be going outside, having side chicks, spending money for side chicks, spending time with the side chicks, leaving their wives at home. No. So my fellow married women, today, the first thing I will be discussing with you all is quality sex. Having quality sex with our husbands, giving your husband a quality sex. You know, when we are still dating, we give our husband quality sex. We have sex with our husband every time. But once you are married, you feel that you are married, those things are nothing again. But you don't know that those things are. In fact, this is one of the reasons that push men outside. This is one of the main reasons that push men outside. Sex. Some men like sex a lot. In fact, some men like sex a lot. So my dear women, I want to encourage us all. Have a quality sex with your husband. If possible, morning, afternoon, night. Make it a 3-square meal. But you see you that you won't even see the words to go outside to look for side chick again. Give him quality sex. Okay? Give your husband the quality sex. Wear sexy things. Oh, Jesus. When you're inside kitchen cooking your food, wear bun shorts. Wear spaghetti hand. Jesus. When your husband come and see you, he will start remembering those old memories will start coming back to him. How you were doing when you are dating to start coming back. And you see the love start coming back. Wear sexy things for your husband when you are at home. Wear sexy things. Dress well. Wear good perf. Shave your armpits. Don't allow your armpit to always grow, the hairs to always grow. Always shave them. Put on a good roll-on. Wear a good perf. Even when you're at home, don't think that it's only when you are going out that you put on perf. No. As you're at home, wear sexy things for your husband. Put on a good perf. Your husband will love you more. Your husband will love you more and more. Okay? So my dear women, don't think that because you are married, you have arrived. No. Don't think that because you are married, you have arrived. No. That is when it's a starting point. That's when you're married. It's a starting point. So always dress well for your husband. You say that I don't need to dress well. Who is looking at me? Nobody's looking at me. I'm married now. Your husband is looking at you for God's sake. So if you don't dress well, he will go outside and see those girls that dresses well outside and start going after them. And this is one of the things that bring problem in marriage. This is one of the things that bring problem in fact, this is the most thing that bring problem in marriage. So always do these things, and you see your marriage coming together. You see your husband loving you always. You see your husband tripping for you always. So do this and thank me later. Clean your house. Keep your house neat. Make good hair, wear good makeup. Don't do mbeke makeup. Don't do. There are some people you see makeup on their face, they look like Ekpo masquerade. Wear a nice makeup. Just put on normal makeup that fits your face. Put on normal makeup that fits your face, okay? And you are good to go. You are good to go, okay? Clean your house, dust your house, keep your house neat. Like, I want to tell you, there is one movie I was watching one day. What's making this man to go outside to look for side chicks? Because of anytime he comes home, his house is always unkept. His house is always scattered. You see his wife always tying wrapper above her chest. So whenever this man comes home, he's not comfortable with the way the house is. He's not comfortable with the wife, how the wife is looking. So that makes him always running after side chicks outside. So one day this woman went and complained to one of her friend, and that's her friend being a good woman, a good lady. So her friend advised her on what to do. Her friend advised her, you don't dress well, you always tie wrapper. Stop tying wrapper. Stop tying wrapper, keep your house neat. And once this woman start doing this, you see the husband starts loving this woman. You see the husband start sleeping in the house and he forget about the side chicks. Forget about his side chicks. Okay? So do these things and you see your husband will love you forever. Cook good food for your husband. Cook good food for your husband. Food is another thing that keep men at home. Food is another thing that brings men home. Whenever you're cooking good food for your husband, he will not see any reason to look for restaurants. Able a restaurant outside. But once you don't cook good food for your husband, he will be looking outside. He will be looking for one joint or the other where you eat good food. And when you come back, whenever he comes back, I tell you that I'm okay, I don't want to eat, I'm not hungry. You don't know that you have to go outside to eat, full his stomach. But if you're cooking good food for your husband, wherever your husband is, he always remember you. He always say, my wife always give me a delicious meal, so let me go home quickly and eat. So this is another thing that brings men home. So another thing is, my dear, being a married woman, marriage is not easy. Marriage is not just a bed of roses. As we are told during our wedding, or people that attended marriage course before wedding, marriage is not just a bed of roses. In marriage, there is sweet, there is bitter. Marriage is bitter and also sweet. You taste the bitterness part of it, and you also taste the sweet part of it. So, my dear, you see many people, many married couple have lived for like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years in marriage. Do you think that it's only enjoyment? No, it's not only enjoyment at all. Those people that have lived up to 20, 30, 40 years in their marriage, they have lived with 30 years of endurance, 30 years of tolerance, 40 years of happiness, 40 years of bitterness. You understand? So, in marriage, you have to tolerate for things to move on. You have to tolerate to keep your marriage. This time around, many women don't tolerate men. And this is what is leading to divorce. You feel that, I cannot tolerate this man. I cannot be under this man. Look at how he's controlling. Before you know it, you start filing for divorce. This is one of the things that bring divorce in marriage. So tolerate your husband. Tolerate your husband. You see, when you start doing all these things, you will see that your marriage will start coming together. Your husband will be loving you more and more. So, my fellow married women, I hope I've given you a little tips that will help you in your marriage. For those that is finding it difficult in their marriages, No marriage is sweet. No marriage that does not have crash. There is no marriage that doesn't have crash. So my dear people, always do this, put this in practice, and you see what God can do. So what God can do does not exist. You see what God can do. So thank you all for being here with me. Thank you for listening to this teaching today. And if you have not followed this page, please do well to follow my page. Like our posts, share our videos. Also follow us on YouTube, www.youtube.com@gloriousfamilytv. God bless you. Remain blessed always. Bye bye.